I'm going to be introducing the periodic table here and go into the difference between groups and families. Periodic table is basically a chart that looks like this, and it provides a lot of information about the element. We're going to take one box over here, let's say hydrogen box, and we're going to kind of pinpoint out what these numbers and letters mean. Well, that number 1 in that corner, that's your atomic number. That is the number of the proton present in an element. That H is the element symbol for the name hydrogen, right? And the number below that 1.01, that is the average atomic mass, okay? The average, not just atomic mass, but average atomic mass. The periodic table are categorized in different way, and one of the way it is categorized by group and period. Group, also known as family, is located in horizontally, this row right here. So there are various groups and families as it goes down the line. It's sort of like saying, hey, do you have a family, and does your family, your biological family, do you guys look very similar to each other? Maybe there's some similar characteristics. So say this is a group of family, okay, a family of 5, okay. It's a mom and maybe an uncle, grandma or something like that, and you and your brother. You may have all very similar eyes, right? And that's a family, and that's a characteristic that this family has. And so are these elements as well in the group that is shown. So here's group 1A, 2A, and we're going to skip on over 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, and 8A as labeled over here. The main group elements are labeled as a number and with the A, but you do see another number right on top, that's 1, and it goes all the way up to 18, counting the transition metals over here. So as you count down that way, as well as you include these guys, it does number from just 1 through 18, but that doesn't have the number A. But my point is, within that family, those family have a very similar chemical characteristics. For example, I'm going to take this first row. This first row, exception of hydrogen, has a tendency to be explosive. So if I put a little bit of water and lithium, right, it's going to sizzle a little bit, maybe pop. And then sodium, you get a little bigger sizzle and pop. And then, potassium. And then for rubidium, which is the one that's right here, you get a bigger explosion, and then you see a cesium, and that's even a bigger explosion, right? So this is like a very explosive family that we can see. What about period? Period is referred to the horizontal row. So there is a horizontal row, and that's a period. So the period runs from 1 all the way up to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in each rows of element. And these elements, they are physically very close together. They look similar. The other one, where it's a family, this one was more like they act chemically similar. So physically similar for periods, chemically similar for groups and family. Oh, by the way, group and family is the name is used interchangeably. So here's an example that the periods, if you look, you could see there's a gradual change of decreasing, right? I'm looking at period 4. You see the shape of the atom gradually changing to small, from going from left to right. List an element that has similar chemical property of phosphorus. So here's phosphorus right here, which are chemically, not physically, but chemically similar of phosphorus. So we're going to look at that family going down the line like this, okay? And we're going to name all of them. N, AS, SB, BI, MC. So those are all chemically similar down that line. Which would be more physically similar? Physically, chlorine and sulfur. So chlorine is right here and sulfur. Or chlorine and aluminum. Yeah, chlorine and sulfur are closer together, so they're more closely physically similar, whereas chlorine and aluminum, they're more further apart, so therefore they're not as physically similar.